Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show, y'all. It's the Greg Davis Show. We gon' talk the talk, so get ready. We came to push the car, educating. So just lock that down and keep it steady. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Everything's alright. We're gonna help you get your life. It's the Greg Davis Show.
This is the day that the Lord has made. I will, I shall, I must rejoice and be glad in it.
Come on now, sit down, prosperity.
It feels good to be in this seat, you know, because I love my line, though.
Right.
You know, I'll be waiting for my line to be like to say, sit down, prosperity, Lord. You know, I'll wait for that. You're watching the Greg Davis Show, and you may have noticed that I don't look like Greg Davis. It's true, because I'm Lola George, and we are here because he's about his father's business right now, so he's entrusted the show to me again.
But you got it, though.
Well,
you got it.
I'm yet holding on to the promise. How about that? I got my buddy with me, my young stunner right here, the Q Morgan.
Man, this is my big sis right here.
He is here to co-host. We're going to have ourselves a good time, but I just need to remind you guys, before you get your day started, before you go, you have to make sure you turn your radios on and tune in to the Greg Davis radio show every morning from 8 to 9:30, and that way you can listen to us, yes. And then you want to download our apps. Download the Lola George app from your Android and or your iStore, and then download the Greg Davis app, and then follow us on all social media, and then make sure you visit our brand new website, gregdavisshow.com. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and you want to communicate with us, feel free to send us an email at gregdavisshow@gmail.com. Today I'm excited because I get an opportunity to talk with yet another friend.
Man, he's clean too.
He stayed clean. He stayed clean.
Do you hear me?
Fellow commissioner. He sits on the Detroit Entertainment Commission with me. You know, I wear a whole bunch of hats.
You do.
But this man he's not only a commissioner, but he is a pillar here in the great city of Detroit. His footprint is large. His influence is great. And I speak none other than the Mr. Tony Stovall. How are you, sir?
I'm excellent. Glad to be in the house with two praise-seeking young folks. It's truly a blessing to see young people with the energy.
Well, you look just as young as us.
Well, I will take that and I'll ride with it. Thank you.
You know what, Tony, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm trying to think. I am Tony Stovall, proud owner of Hot Sam's Clothing Store, the oldest men's clothing store in downtown Detroit. I also would like to be an inspiration to anyone and everyone, especially African American males. You can be anything you choose to be. It's our turn.
This is so true. And you know what, one thing that I know is that sometimes people go on shows and they say the politically correct answers. Right. But I know for a fact that you really have a zeal and a passion for the statement that you just made. Sure. You're very big on trying to help the next generation be that positive influence and be that beacon of light to show them that regardless of where you come from, if you have a vision and if you have a dream, you can definitely achieve that. Hot Sam's established when?
1921.
Wow.
And my story is I started there in 1974.
Okay.
And I bought the place in 1994.
Come on now.
And when I do career days at a lot of different schools, a lot of different places, I tell the young folks, stick to what I just told you. 1974 to 1994. That's 20 years.
Yeah.
Hard work, and more hard work. Wow. We live in this microwave generation right now, but we need to show them it with a lot of determination, hard work. And I love this show. And have Christ at your side, we can do all things.
So let's go to 74, right?
I wasn't even born.
Me neither. I'm gonna go there too. Me neither. But I was bubbling. Right. Okay. That very next year I showed up.
There it is.
But in 1974,
right.
You go to Hot Sam's and you take a job. What was your position?
Well, actually, I was in college at the time.
Okay.
And I used to shop at Hot Sam's. Matter of fact, I shopped at most of the stores downtown. It was a treat to go downtown. We got dressed up just to go downtown, and we visited all the different stores. And I was in college at the time, Detroit Institute of Technology, to be an electrical engineer. But I always had an eye for fashion and clothes, so I shopped at all the different stores. And I can say this in all sincerity, I really didn't apply for a job. They actually asked me would I like to work there because they kind of liked the little flair I had. So I started working there as a sales manager. Then I became a assistant manager. Then I became a buyer. Then I became the manager.
Wow.
And it just, you just keep striving. I was probably the first African American to ring the cash register at this Jewish-owned business. Then I used to go to New York and go to Vegas and everywhere else to do the buying for the store. So it's really been a wonderful ride.
What was it like growing up? I see that you're from Illinois. And I always say that, like, Illinois, Michigan, Chicago, Detroit, that's like there's a kindred.
Yeah, we all cousins.
And there's a flyness that comes out of there. Where did you get your style from? And I know it's not
Detroit. Yeah, because actually Illinois, I was born in Alton, Illinois, which is right across the bridge from East St. Louis. But I was only there from about age 3. And then from there, with my father, we moved to Detroit. And we lived on what people call as the rough side of town. We lived on the east side, in this famous street called Bewick that everyone talks about. I was raised on Bewick. So, I mean, I've seen the good, I've seen the bad of the city of Detroit. But I think we need to stick to the fact that it's the greatest city ever.
Come on. Say that.
And everyone in the world knows it, but sometimes I think we forget how great we are.
Okay.
And I really look at Coleman Young as the inspiration to, I think, African Americans decided it's time for us to do something. So, I mean, we need to stick to the greatness of the city of Detroit, that the people here are the greatest people. Our swagger, keep it. Don't be ashamed of it. Our style, don't be ashamed of it. Remember, we're the ones that took people from horse and buggies to cars. We're the ones that had the Motown, Temptations, Four Tops, everything else. Detroit is the one that makes the country and the world go around. Just think about this. Just think about Martin Luther King, his first big speech, came here first. Think about that. Coleman Young, one of the first black mayors in the country. We are the first in so many things, and I think we forget about our history, and it's up to us to tell the story.
That's right.
Man, that's good. So you said your business has been open since 1921. Now, I was born in 92, okay? Let me just say that. But 1921, what do you think has kept your business open for all these years?
Customer service. I think we tend to forget about the customer is king. The customers always be king. You have to make people feel warm, and we love to have people say, you've had the Hot Sam's experience. Right. There's no greater joy than when someone comes in your store spending money and they tell me, man, we had a ball. Now imagine that. Here I'm the proprietor. Yeah. My customer tells me they had a good time spending money with me.
Right.
So I think it's very important to make the customer feel at home. And we talk about more than just whatever they want to purchase. And we talk about church. We might talk about politics. Man, we mentor hundreds of young men that pull their pants up, and how you look is truly makes a difference. So the conversation is huge.
Speaking about customers, I can recall I grew up with 3 brothers, no sisters. So came Easter time, or when it was time to get them Sunday clothes, that my parents would go downtown, and Hot Sam's was one of the places that they would go and buy the suits, and they would measure my brothers up, and and I used to be like, I got to go to the mall. I want to come to. Right. But you have truly, I know for a fact, you have been an influence on my household and my family, because my father shopped there. My brothers shopped there. My mother, when she would go and buy suits and stuff for my brothers, she went downtown to Hot Sam's. I've known about this store my entire life. Yeah,
we're probably probably on the 2nd or 3rd generation now. The father, the grandfather, now the grandson.
Gotcha.
So we, and it's really great. We've taken pictures. Where everyone has a cell phone, so that means everyone has a camera. So it's often that people come in, the father comes in and take a picture with me or one of my sales staff, that this is where my son came to get his first suit. So it's an inspiration to us. I think it's an inspiration to all of us that we can truly make a difference.
You've been in the business since '74. You've seen fashion and all of its trends come and go, come and go, come and go. And, from the female's perspective, I recall different dresses that my mom had that I would be embarrassed, like, oh, Mom, please don't wear it. I remember my mother had this knit dress that I absolutely hated. My dad bought it for her when she was probably in her 30s or something like that, and I hated the dress. When I was in my 20s, I was like, hey, Mom,
you got that?
Remember that dress that you had?
With the long.
You still got that dress? Can I have that dress?
Yes.
Speak to the quality of fashion and pieces that, regardless of the time, they're timeless.
And it's funny you asked that question, because my wife and I have 3 daughters, right? And my wife was very trendy. And some of the things, it's funny what you're saying. Now my daughters want to wear some of the dresses my wife used to wear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And fashion, the same thing with men. There's some staples I think every man need to have: a black suit, a blue suit, a gray suit.
That's it.
Then you can change it up with different shirts and ties and make it work. But you need a navy blue sport coat. But those are basic trends. And what's happening in fashion, there were times when I really wasn't crazy about how we look, like some of the 70s with the plaid pants, the wide bottoms and all that kind of stuff. Well, some of that's kind of coming back with the plaid. But here's the difference in coming to Hot Sam's and going to the mall. We're going to teach you how to put a plaid with a stripe. We're going to teach you how to put a polka dot tie with a pinstripe suit. We're going to show you how to balance those things. Some of us are just doing anything, and that's what it looks like. You did anything. So it's very important to have a stylist like we have on board. My middle daughter, she's a stylist for the store. So we taking it from my level to now my daughter's going to come in and help with some other fashion. And I think that's really important, what I'm trying to work on now. That I want to help bridge the gap between my generation and your generation.
His generation.
And a lot of us of my generation, for some reason, they hate on y'all a little too much for me. The reason that society's the mess it is now, because we weren't the parents of our parents. That's part of the problem. So I just took a mandate that I said, I'm going to quit complaining about young men wearing the saggy pants. I'm going to give them a pair of pants and then show them how to wear a pair of pants. We need to quit complaining about our young people, because we were pretty strange ourselves when we were young.
You know, there was a time.
No, don't go too far.
No, you remember this. You'll remember this. And we talk about how Detroit is the staple and how, we start a lot of things. And where we were wearing the now later color suits. If you could pick an era, like you said, you hated the 70s was kind of strange. If I could look back and think about what era just makes me gag.
What you gonna say?
It's the now later era when they wearing pink and purple and yellow.
People still do that.
Well, I'm still gagging. It's one of those things where it's like you look like a bag of Skittles. Like what?
and that might be one of the times too. I wasn't too crazy about myself.
Gotcha.
We got to know. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with wearing color.
Right.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
I believe in the summer, it's a good time to wear some color.
Yeah.
But you still got to watch yourself.
Exactly.
You might want a red sport coat, but not necessarily a red suit.
Right.
You might want to, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got to be able to tone it down some. Some things we do at the store here. If you want to wear a red sport coat, like here, the holiday's coming up, Christmas coming up now, right? Get a nice red sport coat. But get a black turtleneck and some black slacks. Tone it down some.
Exactly.
You don't want to do the whole red thing, because you're not trying to be Santa Claus.
Right.
You're trying to make a statement, but you want it to be a positive fashion statement.
That's something that we really need to talk about, because people need to know, just because I wear it to church don't mean I need to wear it to work. Just because I wear this color I think this color is nice and fashionable, that I need to go to the job interview in this color.
You can't wear that.
Right, you can't. And so we need to educate the people on what's appropriate, what's inappropriate. And it's nothing wrong with being outside of the box, being creative, because I am one that is so far outside the box, but I know how to bring it in because of the different things that I do. But I'm so left field.
All the way.
So left field. So when we come back off of this break, I want us to talk about some of the rules of fashion, the directions that we need to go in and what we need to look for. You're listening and you're watching The Greg Davis Show. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey, I'm Greg Davis, and over 3 years ago, I started posting tweets and posts on When the Right One Comes. Well, I tried to stop, but they wouldn't let me stop. So everybody's been asking me to write a book, When the Right One Comes. So I've taken all of my collections of When the Right One Comes, and I'm putting them in one book. You can pre-order the book right now by going to gregdavisshow@gmail.com. That's gregdavisshow@gmail.com. Order now, When the Right One Comes.
How I Did It. Pick up this life-changing book today by Bishop Greg Davis.
Bishop Davis shares his amazing story of dramatic weight loss,
Overcoming diabetes,
and his new journey to healthy living without surgery, dieting, or medication.
How I Did It. An incredible weight loss story captured in less than 50 pages.
It tells the bishop's testimony of his lifestyle change after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in April 2010.
In less than 8 months, he lost over 80 pounds and was completely healed of diabetes.
To date, he has lost over 110 pounds and feels phenomenal.
How I Did It by Bishop Dave.
A personal testimony requested by people all over the country.
He did it, and so can you. Order your copy now.
On Amazon.com.
Or send a seed of $25, which includes shipping and handling too.
Greg Davis Ministry, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244.
That's Greg Davis Ministry, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244.
You're locked and listening and watching The Greg Davis Show. We're having such a great time. You guys should hear the conversations. We say this all the time. You should hear the conversations we're having during the commercial break. But I just want to remind you, make sure you listen to the radio show, WEHA 88.7, Radio 1000. And to all of our affiliates, we want to thank you for your love and your support. Make sure you tune into the Greg Davis Show. You can go to the YouTube channel, and it's just simply Greg Davis Show. On YouTube, you can go to the website, which is gregdavisshow.com, and or you can send us messages at gregdavisshow@gmail.com. We're here talking about fashion. I kind of think that I'm somewhat of a fashionista.
You are, you do.
But I kind of do my own
make
thing.
statements.
Well, you know, I'm not afraid to make statements.
Oh, there it is.
I'm not afraid. But I think whatever you do, you should own it.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever it is,
True.
own it. If you have to say, does this look right on me?
Right.
Don't do it, because you're not confident, you're not comfortable with it. I've been posting on my social media things that I like to see men in, because, like I said, because you know, men are always trying, and I'm like, I don't want to turn you down because you have on a white tee and some Air Force Ones. I'm just not into that. If you were with me, this is what he would look
This is
like.
what you got to
Pay attention to my social media, because this is. So let's talk rules of fashion.
Both men and women.
Both men and women.
Let's talk
I'm
about
going to let you guys, because you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something that's, and I'm glad we're having this topic, because I think it fits men and women. Women, we don't have to wear everything so tight.
Right.
Leave something to our imagination.
Exactly.
I like it.
Okay, men. Now we have this skinny suit going on, meaning tapered.
Love it.
Well, if you're not in shape, you don't need to wear a skinny suit.
Right.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
let's stay right there for 1 second.
Sure.
What size? Let's talk sizes,
Okay.
because there's somebody that's watching that's thinking about getting a skinny suit, but he was like, you know, I've lost 10 pounds and I think I'm ready for a skinny. What's the appropriate size? And we don't have all the answers,
Right.
but we got all the questions.
Exactly.
What's the appropriate size for someone that wants to wear a skinny suit?
There may not be an appropriate size. Here's what most vendors, where we buy our wares from, they won't go in the skinny suit. It won't go any further than a 46 long or 46 regular.
Okay, let's stay right there. Hear me. 46s.
Write it down.
Regular and or long. So if you're 46 and below.
But it's something more to go with that now.
Okay.
But their waist cannot be over a 40 either.
Yeah,
so
wait.
you can't wear a slim
Man, I'm
suit
right in there.
if you're not
I'm right
slim.
in there. Thank you, Lola.
Y'all hear this?
Yeah.
We giving y'all good information. I'm gonna change some lives today. Y'all gonna get you gonna change somebody's life. So 46, is that the jacket or
Yeah,
whatever?
that's
Okay, so the
chest to shoulder
jacket, the
size.
chest is 46 and the waist is 40.
No,
Man,
cannot be
can't
over
be
40.
over
Cannot be over 40.
That's good.
Cannot be over 40. I want y'all to get this, because I don't want you all to be turned down because you don't look right.
Right.
Okay.
Or it's too tight.
Or it's too tight.
Because, and here's one of the things I think is great about the slim fit, because there's a lot of us try to be in shape, and they work out like the young man here, like you work out.
I'm trying.
All right,
Man,
so
I'm trying.
he should be proud to wear a slim fit suit,
Yes.
because and wear a nice tailored suit, because you don't have that extra bulge that some of these other gentlemen want to wear. Some of us just want to wear whatever they say is hot.
Exactly. That's good.
The key to all of this is wear what looks best on you.
Right.
At one time, remember they had the zoot suits. Well, okay, if you're 5'2", you don't need a zoot suit.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it's the key that we must wear whatever compliments you. And a lot of times we want to wear whatever the fashion people tell you to wear.
And that's not true.
Like here, a big guy looks better in stripes. It's gonna make him look leaner. A slim guy can wear plaid. It's gonna make him look bigger. So there's some keys to just fundamental dressing. Black suit, dark color. It's going to make more complimentary. Going to make you look slimmer. Women, you know that because I think all women have at least 5 or 6 black dresses.
10 black dresses.
You got 10?
Oh, you got to have you a black
And Miss
staple in the
George,
closet.
you are truly a fashion diva. I've seen you out with good friends, but you wear it well. What you said earlier is true. If you're gonna wear it with your head up high.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't wear it like you're second guessing yourself, because you could look like a model one. You know, the way you dress, won't think you're a model. Get well, own it. Other than that, don't wear it.
Yeah. Okay, so 46.
Right.
No bigger than 40.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. I'm loving the double breast.
Okay, yeah, that's where it's at right now. That's
I get weak. I get weak around well-dressed. Right, ladies? We got ladies here. We love to see a well-groomed, well-kept.
Yeah.
What I don't like to see is a suit jacket and it got 15 buttons. Is that gone? Are we done with that?
Gone.
They got those?
That's funny you asked me that. I had a gentleman come in the store around my age, and he has some of these long coats and about 10 buttons on them, right?
Wow.
And he said, can I do anything to update that? Because we do a lot of alterations at the store.
Okay.
And I told him no. Now, if you have a suit with 2 buttons or 3 buttons and still has a wide leg, we can taper the pants in and maybe make that work. But if you got 5, 6 buttons down to here, there's nothing we can do. It's time to get a new suit. And what you said about double breast suit, people often ask, there's not a whole lot you can do to a suit. Single breast, double breast. Those two will always be in style. I don't care what no one tells you.
Always.
Because there's only a couple things you can do in a suit. Now you can add all the different buttons, and that's when we get a little bit ridiculous. So a nice double-breasted pinstripe suit still looks great.
Yes, it does.
When you look at some of the pictures and movies back in the 40s, we dressed to the nines. We have some articles at the store. They were in soup kitchens, and they were dressed to the nines. Gentlemen, your pants still go on your waist. They do not go below.
Say that, sir.
Sometimes I'm sure we often have been at the gas station and we've seen a brother been over and we see him more than we want to see.
Yeah.
Brothers, it's time to pull your pants up. It's time for you to dress like a man.
That's so good. My dad always tell me, he said, Q, if you want to go from being a boy to a man, get you a good suit.
There you go.
Your dad
I was like, all right.
Your dad gave you great advice.
That is good.
Let's talk men's accessories. I see that you have something on your lapel. You got some arm candy. You have nice socks. You got the cufflinks. Let's talk men accessories. You know, because women will put on nice earrings. We do necklaces. But how can a man accessorize his suit?
He can do all that when it comes to hot sands.
There it is.
But second, it's a balance to everything. It really is. Like I'm saying, you got the striped shirt here and the pin dot, polka dot tie with a pinstripe suit. It's a method of how you want to do these things. And if we can coordinate from head to toe, if you wear a gray suit. Now, but I'm almost like you. I love fashion, so it's no big deal. I'm going to put the little flower on because I want a little crisp. I think that, and we were talking about this at the store today, how do you go on to an award show and wear a white T-shirt and some jeans?
Come on, sir.
Millions of people are watching you. See, we believe in, if I'm getting an award and I'm going to be on TV like we are today, I'm going to dress my best.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get one time to make your first impression.
And I'm going to be clean.
You should make it your best.
That's right. That's right. Let me ask you this. Vests. So you got the 2-piece suit, you got the 3-piece suit, you got the 4-piece suit, you got the 5-piece. At what point does the pieces become too many?
Yeah, that's good.
Good question. 3 pieces, that's it.
Okay.
You got the pants, the jacket, and the vest. That's it. We're going to
What
stop.
about the overcoat?
Well, we're going to do that later, but on the suit, we got 3 pieces. That's it.
Okay.
Sometimes we do get a little carried away with some of these things. But here's what I really want people to understand as we talk here. We want people to come downtown and shop in Hot Sands.
That's good.
So we can take the lessons, the years of experience we've had to show our younger generation the proper way to dress for all occasions. There's a time when you're going to wear jeans. There's no question about that. And one thing we were trying to do is, since we realized that jeans is one of the #1 apparel pieces that people wear, okay, well, get a blazer.
Yeah.
See, you can wear some jeans now and put a blazer on it, and you can go almost anywhere.
That's it.
So sport coats is probably the hottest thing it is right now, because you can wear a sport coat, dress it up, dress it down. So get a nice sport coat to fit in your wardrobe. That's probably one of the biggest accessories that a man can put in his wardrobe, and it can be very versatile.
So let me ask this: are suspenders still in? Because I want to rock some suspenders so bad.
Hot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give me some
accessories. As she asked, actually one of the key things. There's only so much you can do to a suit. Everyone has a black suit. Right. Every minister has how many black suits?
That's true.
But what they can do is get a different black shirt, white and black shirt, a different tie, different accessories, the flower and the lapel, handkerchief, all those different things are what really makes a difference.
It's all about what you put with.
All those accessories make the difference. It takes you to another level.
We have about 3 minutes left in the show. I'm new. I'm looking to start my own fashion line or my own store.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to that person that has a vision, has a dream, but they don't know how to start it?
First, continue to dream. There were so many people telling me and my partner, Mr. Green, what we couldn't do. You're not going to buy Hot Sam's. Okay, we did buy Hot Sam's. We still have Hot Sam's. Some of the stores that said what we wasn't going to do are now out of business.
Closed.
So I'm going to encourage everyone to keep dreaming. Second is, if you have a product that you think you make, all right, you need to be part of it. Like, I think I like this church family we have here. And you have, let me like designer. They always have bazaars at your church. If do something there, let the people at the church give you positive environment, a positive influence on what you do. And then when you see that, they buy that, then you now can take the next step. Get you a good lawyer, get you a business plan, but continue to always believe in yourself. There will be many people tell you what you can't do. I'm proof that you can be anything you want to be.
Q, what you think?
Man, I love it, and he's clean and he talk well.
You know, Q, you're a young fashionista.
I try to be.
What's one of your favorite fashion trends that's out right now?
I like sport coats. I have bought so many sport coats within the past 2 years. It's crazy because you can dress it up and dress it down. Right. And being young, you know, people, and when you're black and you're young, they have a stereotype upon you.
Right.
When you come in a good sports coat, they can't say nothing. And you can talk well.
Yeah.
You know, I can go in the courtroom, in the boardroom, and still be able to, you know, be who I'm called to be and not be insecure by what's around me.
But you also go back to the block with the sport coat.
Come on, there it is.
Because sometimes you go back to the block with a suit on because you think he is.
Right.
See, a sport coat is an easy transition to all of those areas, to the boardroom and back to the block. And go to the game. You go to the game with a sport coat and a pair of jeans, and you're going to be accepted.
Man.
So a sport coat, I think, is one of the biggest items that a man needs in his wardrobe.
How can they reach you right quick?
Yes.
All right, our address is 127 Monroe Street. We're in downtown Detroit. Our motto is, we never left, never will.
Hey.
Our number is 313-961-6779. Hot Sam's.
I love
We
it.
never left and never will.
From the block
You
to the
know what?
boardroom.
This has been
From the block to the boardroom.
From the block to the boardroom. This has been a great show.
Yes,
I thank you
definitely.
so much for coming on. I thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and tarry with the likes of us.
Well, we appreciate that.
You know, fashion is one of my favorites. Men's fashion, because I know what I want to see him in.
Okay, I know what I want to see her in.
Right, so I try to stay abreast of what's happening and what's going on in men's fashion. So I tell you, pay attention, stay tuned. You've been watching The Greg Davis Show. Lola George, we out.
Hey, I'm Greg Davis, and over 3 years ago, I started posting tweets and posts on When the Right One Comes. Well, I tried to stop, but they wouldn't let me stop. So everybody's been asking me to write a book, When the Right One Comes. So I've taken all of my collections of When the Right One Comes, and I'm putting them in one book. You can pre-order the book right now by going to Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. That's Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. Order now, When the Right One Comes.